Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Lord, for a new day to trade. It's not financial advice, educational purposes only. So I haven't been up long. I actually just woke up not too long ago, but I haven't really taken any trades. The only position I'm in, I just took a small positional SLE. I think there's a good chance it flushes. There's a good chance it flushes here at 7. Hopefully, don't have to worry about getting caught up in crypto news since it's already crypto news. But 7 o'clock's right around the corner. Let's see what's in store. Not really seeing not really seeing much for 7 o'clock pops. TLTO. Where's this one trying to go? Sorry, I just feel like I'm missing something. I'm gonna try to test 5.
GLTO.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out if I want to even enter this thing and where I want to enter it at. I just got a little starter on it, but I'm not seeing news. Why is this one running? Hmm. GWD is getting a little bit of a pop, but I want to see it up more. Pretty small float on this thing. Seeing CWD, but it's not up enough. You can definitely play this and make some money on it, but I'm not interested in it yet. I think it's probably gonna pull some attention away from GLTO. Yeah, like I said, I'm in just a small position on it. If it flushes here, it'd be nice, but I'm not gonna make anything crazy on it. CWD starting to run. Got a little entry on CWD. Not talking much this morning. I'm kind of waking up and concentrate. So I got 100 shares at 827 and 100 shares at 831. So, and a couple hundred shares on this one. Nothing crazy. I'm in a few hundred shares here with GLTO, but I might close here actually. Yeah, just trimmed them right here. I think a little bit of money rotation. What's the news with CWD? Trading higher for the company, selected Coinbase Prime as an institutional. Okay, so this is a crypto play. Seems like weak news on CWD though. So I'm just gonna let it flush. I'm only in a couple hundred shares. My average is 836. Not really sure how, but it's 836. You need a real broker. TradeZero. Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot about Thinkorswim. I'm not really sure what the reason is. JX. I should probably trim here, CWD, but I feel like the news is just so weak. It might just fall back down. So I'm gonna hold on to it. Here it goes. Wish I was in a little bit more than a couple hundred shares, but doing too much due diligence. Should have added a little heavier on this one. Weak. Nice little drop here. Let's go. SLE positions slowly falling. That's good. I figured this one would flush. Crypto treasury move. It made it a little. It's run. Now it's time to give it back. Let's see, what's the comment? Oh, Thinkorswim is trash. Um, yeah, I used to use Thinkorswim, but I always forget to say that too when I talk about ones I've used. But well, I'll say Swab, but it used to be TD when I use TD Ameritrade when I use Thinkorswim. But yeah, it's you're gonna be at a disadvantage if you're not on like a short selling specific broker or somebody that kind of specializes in it. So I'm still holding on to these. I just think they're going to flush. Could be wrong. Could reverse, but just I mean, just the news is super weak. The silly dropping. So all the plays are playing out. Hello? Yeah, I've been muted this whole time. Are y'all serious? Jesus Christ. Well, I'm not repeating it since y'all didn't let me know. um, yeah, no. Okay, cool. Now y'all can hear me. So played GLTO, made money. Played CWD, made money. Played SLE, still making money. Long story short, yeah, no. I've been talking. Um, Held this one to 694. I actually like almost timed it perfectly. I was just talking about how trash this news was. SLE, I just got a position right before 7 because I figured it would fade. And then GLTO, played the initial pop, but I'm avoiding now. But if it gets up to this area, I'll play. But yeah, now if y'all can't hear me, it's probably muted. Should have checked it before I jumped on though. Really? Wasn't the whole thing? I don't know what changed, but alrighty. So the only thing I'm still in right now is SLE. I'm gonna let this one run a little bit before I re-enter it. Not the whole stream, just the past 5 minutes. Weird. Yeah, my bad. I don't know why it muted. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed I didn't go heavier with CWD. I might have caught this flush. I'm not kidding. I got out at 696. So I almost timed the bottom on that one. I would re-enter this one if it does a retest, but I don't know if it's gonna get up there. Because again, like I said, it's dang, SLE still falling. I should have entered heavier on this one too. I knew it was gonna. Shouldn't say I knew. I had a feeling it would give back, so I took a position at 659 somewhere in this area. Only 200 shares though. The GLTO is at 620 now, so I will play it. I think it'll get up here soon, so I'll probably play it. So I set up positions all up in this area. So I got some at around 7 to all the way up to like 750 if it wants to make a strong move up. Just got to keep an eye on it. This is fading beautifully. Look at all these red candles. It's nice when you enter and then like you just see a ton of red candles stacking. Yeah, I think it gets to this level, so I got some positions waiting. But yeah, it's been a solid morning so far. Only played 3 plays. They all went my way. But I didn't play very heavy, so I'm only up 480 realized and 126 bucks or 226 bucks unrealized in SLE. And I'm just gonna let these fall. Might have been a good VWAP retest. But yeah, I actually really like this play, but I think it maxed out was at like 30% gainer. So I'm not going to enter too heavy on 30% gains, but I had a feeling this one would fade pretty hard. But I'm going to keep an eye on it just in case it pops, because I would gladly re-enter it. Maybe I need to keep an eye on GLTO, so I'll put both these charts together. The reason I need to keep an eye on GLTO is because I have those orders waiting. So what could happen is it just busts through this and just not even hesitate. And I have some orders waiting right here, so I want to be aware if that happens. CWD, another retest. You know what? I might. This news is just so weak, but it's just not. Yeah, it's only up 22% now. I didn't re-enter. I think it's going to fail here, but I don't like these 22% gainers. SLE is popping a little bit. Do I want to add? Well, if it gets up to 950.10, I will. Potentially. I want to see GLTO get up here to that level. I was hoping there's be just like a crazy intense pop at 7 o'clock, because those have been fading so hard. Even like the one yesterday, the crypto play that tore me up, where I was in before it popped. I was down 6K, but it worked out. Ended up ending the day about 1700, so I was down over 6K. Ended the live stream up a grand, but didn't trade much the rest of the day. Actually got over 2K on the day, then lost a little in after hours, just playing stupid. But I got a crazy day today. I don't even know how long this live stream. I probably won't even live stream till 9, probably more like 8:30ish. Got some catching up to do with other things, so that's why I wanted to go a little bit heavier for a nice 7 a.m. pop, so I didn't trade most of the day, but I'm up. Can't complain. I was just hoping to be a little bit cleaner pops. None of these pops have been that impressive. Good morning, good morning. CLD or CWD. It's tempting. I think this fails. What I mean by tempting is like a VWAP rejection here on CWD. $7.30. If we get a good 7.30 PR, it might just completely steal attention away from. I'm gonna get a little position here. CWD, see if it fails VWAP. Nice red candle on GLTO. I don't know if it's gonna get to our level or not. Probably still will, but it's time to retrace. Probably back to VWAP and then bounce off it. Has a wall at 660. CWD entered a couple hundred shares at 760, so they're starting to fade now. Or it's starting to fade now. It's probably going to hold on to these. I timed it about perfect. I got out at 696 earlier. I usually don't do that. I have a tendency of getting out a little early. SNGX, getting a little pop here.
SNGX.
This news feels weak. It's basically they appointed someone, announced his appointment of former White House economic advisor. Is that supposed to be bullish? If anybody can't manage money, it's the White House. But that's not important. Save that discussion for another day. Yeah, I got a little starter on it at 319, but I don't love it. I think the news is weak, but I'd like to see this up a little bit more, but I'm in it. Just see if it fades here. And it is. So I might cover some here. CWD's falling like expected. SLE, it's probably going to keep falling here. Kind of want to add to it, to be honest. I just don't see this recovering. Most of these crypto plays have just been dying after their initial move. Oh, let's go. I'm going to close SNGX here. Nice. Sadly, I was only in like 400 shares, so barely $1,000 position, but I'll take it. A lot of little base hits today, but because I haven't, like I said, I haven't went heavy on any of them because they all been like 20-30% pops. And I don't go heavy on those. Yeah, nice and green on all the trades today, but P&L still so up about 726 realized, and then unrealized 246. So just little wins. And go back to the comments. Big bad H2 only just jumped in now, but would you say it's a good time to start trading these stocks now? I think it's always a good time to be a short seller, but there's better times than others, I guess. And I think historically, I do way better in the winter months, worse in the summer months, and again this year. So I think it's a good time. But just be aware, short selling's risky. Just got to have good risk management. Dang, that sucks, Joshua. Are you on Thinkorswim too? Yeah, I need to get on TradeZero. Like, it is an affiliate link, but I've been using them for 3 years. I actually use them. Like, and there's no commission for most, depending on if you're in the States, no commission. If you trade from 4 to 7 a.m., I think there's commission, but outside of that, there's no commission. Locate fees are usually pretty cheap, or very cheap when I compare them with other people, like what they're paying. It's not perfect, but I like them. CWD still fall into. That was a good, but again, like I said, just small size. I haven't been playing with, should have added heavier, but I do it based on conviction. So like these plays, even though I was right in the move, it's not like I'm like, oh, for sure this is going to drop. Those are the ones I go heavier on. But I'm just going to hold CWD. I'm in it light. It could bounce here, but I'm going to try to get this extra dollar. It could potentially fall. TZ 100 shares was $40 for what? Y'all too slow. I wish I could screenshot and show y'all. I got 1,000 shares for $5.80 on TradeZero. But again, I don't talk to y'all about my routine, how I do it though. I locate before I do anything because I know these prices are going to go up. So if I see something's popping, I'll just get locates. Will I sometimes waste $5? Yeah, for sure. Or $4 for locates or whatever. But if you delay and you check back, like you said, then it's $40. So that's 800% increase in price. So if I waste $5, $4 here and there, it's not the end of the world because if I wait, I'm gonna pay way more sometimes. But that's just how I do it. No, you missed it, bro. Oh, did it GL? I already forgot about it. You said GLRO? Is it this TO, right? Oh, it's still grinding out though. We might get that level. Let's go, CWD. I played CWD, nice. I'm gonna go ahead and get out here again. Or trim half my position. So we called the initial pop, flush, got out 696. Called this, I didn't get up here. I got in around, I think 760, then called the flush again. Nice little play, but I haven't been playing with much size today. SNGX might go negative. Tapped 645. You're at 650. Man, that's tough. It's frustrating when that happens. Or that, or when you go to try to cover, that's almost worse. I don't know what's worse. When you go to try to cover and then it gets like, you know, a couple cents away and then it reverses, you know, like breaks a new high. Okay, GLTO. So like I told you, I have some standing orders basically from 7 to 750. It is a little dangerous doing it this way. Again, not financial advice, educational purposes. Y'all are just seeing how I do this. And this is how I do it. Make sure I get a feel. Because a lot of times with these, you don't have to worry as much about it. But like the, you know, one candle parabolic pops, sometimes it'll hit a level and then immediately fail. So I try to get these. This one is probably going to get up here and dance around a little bit, to be honest. But I have these waiting just in case there's just a drastic move up here and then, you know, it flushes back down quickly because that usually happens. Or sometimes it happens. But got some orders waiting. I'm getting close to them. We predicted it would get here. Yeah, no news. So I probably should be careful with it after yesterday. I'm probably going to release crypto treasury news on me at 8 o'clock. It's actually a good point. Because somebody always knows about these crypto treasury plays. Oh yeah, GLTO. Ross candle coming. Still holding my CWD position. Breaking new lows. I did trim some. But again, I wasn't heavy. Only entered a couple hundred shares on the VWAP retest. What brokerage do you use for longs? I use TradeZero for everything. I use Interactive Broker for my options trading, which I don't do much of, just like the wheel strategy and stuff. I don't talk about it much, but. And then sadly, Swab for like my long-term positions. But I use TradeZero for my day trading. CWD's dropping. SLE's dropping. Good morning. I'm just annoyed because I said I was going to come in here and trade size today. I rarely feel that way. And I didn't. And now I'm batting like 5 for 5 this morning. Today would have been a good day. Got my first position in GLTO. Had some waiting at 699 or 698 or something. That was my first entry, so up about 40 bucks in it right now. See if it flushes. Small position. I get heavier. So 719, I add a little heavier. 729, I add a little heavier. 739, a little heavier, and 745 or something. Because a lot of times, if there's a level, and most of y'all know this, but this is for people that are new, it's not like it gets straight to that level and rejects. And sometimes they do that. I love when that happens, actually. But a lot of times they'll like try to, you'll see it bust through that level, hang out, then fail. I shouldn't say hang out. It usually rejects pretty quick, because if it hangs out, the longer it holds above that level, the more concerned I grow, or more concerned I get. So I like seeing quick rejections. So like I said, I'm in it. I'm up about 60 bucks in it now. If we get a nice little flush back to the 9, I'll go ahead and close it. And then just add when it gets back up there. I'm like the other ones you'll see me, I'm just holding on to them, like CWD and SLE, but this one I'll probably end up taking profits pretty quick, because it's on a move up. I do think it's going to probably reject here, but I'm not confident it's going to reject and just not get above that level. A lot of times you'll see it make a move here, reject, and then still make a, you know, the next leg up. CWD call that one. That was weak news. I'm actually going to trim some GLTO here in the 650s. Like I said, I'm going to take profit quick, a little bit quicker with this one. Made about 40 cents a share on it, over 40 cents. So I'll take it. So I'll set that order back up. It wants to get back up there. Because yeah, I'm actually a little nervous with this one now that it's a no news pump. And these keep getting me. No news pumps used to be my favorite. Now it's like everybody knows the crypto treasury news before it comes out. That's what happened with me with ARGH. And if you weren't on the live stream yesterday, I was in a position when they dropped crypto treasury news, and I was immediately down $6,000. I got lucky, blessed, whatever you want to call it, and it eventually started fading, didn't freak out, and I had some other good positions, so I ended live in the green, but that was a little more stressful than I prefer. So that's in the back of my mind, is the point of that story. But yeah, I used to love no news pumps, but now it seems like there's a crypto treasury play behind every one of them. Should have held GLTO a little bit longer, but I kind of explained to you why I didn't. I'm just going to play quick moves on it. Yeah, AGR did fall hard. That's why I entered SLE. I should have entered heavier, but this is what these crypto plays are doing. The first move is intense. And remember what I said after hours? So I was up over 2K yesterday, so lost 6, got up to 2, and that 6 was unrealized, just to be clear. And then in after hours, I got in a little too early on this move. And I actually made money on this flush, but then kept holding, and this was just me being reckless. I wasn't paying attention. It was after hours. I was casually trading, and then I realized it when it was up here, and I was like, crap. So I just got out. So this is not one I wanted to hold overnight, because I was afraid of a move like this, and it definitely made it. We should have been up at 4 a.m. though. because I definitely would have entered that one. But all good. Nice little flush on GLTO. I missed most of this move. That's all right. SLNH. Oh, Soluna. I don't know if I want to play this one. Yeah, this is crypto, and it's multi-day runner. This is probably not a bad move to play though. It has separated. You know what I mean? Like it'll probably come back down before it makes the next move up. But this is like a multi-day 1, 2. We're going on day 3 move, so I'll probably skip this one. But thanks for the heads up. I'll keep an eye on it. If it goes a little bit more parabolic, I'll be interested. Maybe if it gets up to like 354, but I'll pass on it for now. And I had my last order. It probably didn't get filled, did it? Nope. 656. I had an order at 656, so that's my last exit. I just wanted to get out a little before the 200. So that's where they tend to pop, the 200 on the 5-minute. Yeah, no, it was sketchy. And after hours yesterday. And which one was it? The SLE. It got me somewhere over here. Yeah. So when it fell and broke VWAP right here, I did close some. Then I added a little bit more back here and then walked away like a dummy. And then I closed somewhere up here. But I was only trading a couple hundred shares. Nothing crazy, but I still shouldn't have walked away. SAVA, yeah, that was a nice pop yesterday too. Man, I should have held GLTO. Should have added right here. I mentioned it at 9. I was like, it's probably going to keep falling. It was a good opportunity to add to it, but I didn't. Yeah, today would have been a good day to go heavy. Everything's fading pretty hard. I mean, GLTO, it's making a strong move up, but it's not like face ripping move up. The ones that are tough, if you're short, they just like keep going straight up. There's no opportunity where it comes back to VWAP to kind of scale out or manage your position, you know, average up on the pops, close some on the when it flushes. GLTO's given a lot of chances for that at least. This move is kind of tough though. That was a pretty solid move from 408 to like 532. Ooh, SLNH. So now it's getting up to that area where I'm like, okay, this is a pretty solid move. Let's see what the chart looks like. I would love for there to be some resistance in this area. It's kind of like in the middle of this, all this. I don't really. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wait, but it's still probably a decent play. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Joshua. GLTO, it's a nice consistent trend that's easy to trade. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's kind of mean like it's even if you get trapped in this one, which I'm decent at, is averaging up and then kind of next chance it flushes, you can kind of get out or close or lower your share size and kind of keep your average going up with the stock. But the ones that's just like intense green candle after the next, no matter how good you are at scaling in, it's gonna hurt you. The face rippers. Daily resistance at 355. I didn't see it. Where was it at? So 355. I believe you because that's where it got. I just didn't see it. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, that's some decent. Oh yeah, to like 370. Okay, you convinced me. I might take a little position here. I don't like these multi-day runners though. I like trash companies that pop for a second and die. But I'm gonna try a little small position here. Small position. Yeah, that was financial advice. You already said it now. No, I think this is a good level. I was looking for a level. I just missed that one. And honestly, I'm not that great at finding. I like the super obvious levels. Like, where's a good one? None of these really had that great of levels. Oh, like GLTO. It had a clear level. And you're probably like, what do you mean a clear level? Like an obvious pop like this. I love these levels that you know everybody and their mama can see. A previous pop or something. But that still was a pretty good level. The 355. See if we get a little flush here. I'm not in it heavy, so I'm gonna try to hold it back to 3. See if I can catch a decent move on it. Good call. I might trim half my position here. I know it's a random spot, but so I trimmed a little here, half of it. It's only in 400 shares. And then I'm gonna trim the rest at $3 or 303. $3, you know, these solid numbers is where it likes to bounce. A lot of people put their cover at like exactly $3. I want to make sure my cover gets filled, so I put it a little in front of it. Do I lose a couple pennies sometimes? Yeah, but I usually get covered or filled or whatever. Same concept with like a $5 retest. I'll put my order in at like 498 or 495 or whatever, just to make sure I get filled. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't say anything about it, Godfather, but yeah, SNLH fundamentally looks crap on AskEdgar. But it's called Soluna. I think it's the one that's called Soluna, right? It sounds like Solana. They dabble in, what is it, banking with crypto or something. I don't know. Let's see, SLNH. So it's called Soluna. I don't like that. I know it sounds dramatic, but all these little things matter. Modular data centers for cryptocurrency mining. Yeah. So I'm only in 200 shares now. I have an order waiting at 303. Man, SLE, this has been the play of the day, honestly. Just easy. Took his position at 659. Just let it fall. The SLNH. We're getting there. think that was you, Joshua. Appreciate it, bro. Good call. You hit that on the nail. It's 355. When I think about it, I would just say if I was a big bank. I spent many days in drawdown looking for help for the charts. So I've become a master at finding levels, even though back then none of them came to save me. When I think about it, I just say, if I was a bag holder, where would I be waiting at? And then I mark that level. That's hilarious. Yeah, honestly, yeah, you most y'all know this, like, very self-taught, probably too self-taught. I'm very unorthodox how I trade. Um, but it works. But I'm trying to like dial in some things. Like the next thing I want to explore is like level 2. Probably should get a little bit better at like reading certain candlesticks and
JXG.
stuff. But I think I kind of like how I like my raw version of looking at charts. I just see things a little different. And I'm not saying it's a good different, but you can get caught up in BS. Let's just say that.
JZXN.
Everybody and their mama's trying to push like 100 indicators on you and chart patterns and
SSKN.
all that crap. So 8 o'clock, as y'all know, we get faked out by trade ideas. That's what alerts.
Lim.
That's alerts you're hearing. So we should see a pop here from some 8 o'clock news. Statistically, 8 a.m. has the most news. I like the 7 a.m. news better because it has a better chance of fading cleanly. And the concept behind that is because people forget about it because at 7 o'clock news, it has to keep attention even when 7:30 news comes out, 8 o'clock news comes out, 9 o'clock news comes out, and people usually forget about the first pops. 8 o'clock still a good pop, but 9 o'clock, when they drop PRs there, statistically I do bad with those. So I like sticking with the early pops, but I'm not really seeing a lot. Look at this flush, SLNH. Let's go. Let's go. Man, again, played it's too light. That's honestly don't find level 2 very helpful with shorting. Yeah, like I said, I more just want to look into it more because there's some people that really like it. I've just never used it. But the reason I want to look at it, because even when I'm looking at the ask and bid, sometimes if I see like a huge ask or something, I'll usually try to set my short right under it. Or if I see a massive bid, I'll put my cover right before it, because a lot of times I have trouble busting through it. I'm like, there might be something to level 2, so I'm gonna look into it a little bit more, but I don't plan on changing what I do too much. I like keeping it simple. Speaking of keeping it simple, SLE, this is the most simple trade of the day.
NXPL.
It's slowly falling. What was that? NX. Dang, my trade ideas. I moved it. NXPL. Oh, GLTO's retesting highs? Oh, it's getting close. NXPL got about a 20-some% pop on it. I'll pull it up. I think we missed the move, or maybe y'all called it. I missed the move. So we'll sit up about 20% here. Yeah, I'm not interested in a 20% 8 o'clock pop. And I say this every live stream. I'm not saying I don't think it's going to flush. I do think it's going to flush. But when you get in too early and then it shoots up to 80%, that hurts. So I like to see them pop a little harder than this.
FLD.
FLD. Ooh, it's up 80%.
JXG.
I like this one. Let me see what's going on with it. FLD. What's the float on FLD? Ooh, 500,000. I'm not getting in that one. I'm gonna get in JXG. Or not JXG. What was the other one? Next PL. I'm all over the place. I might have already flushed. I might have missed all these, but I'm not getting in that FLD with a 500,000 float. I'm too late. Yeah, I figured this one would get attention stolen from it, but I was too late. That's all right. So let's just see what FLD is doing now. Because it's 500,000 share float.
GLTO.
GLT. Oh, we getting a bounce. What? A little late. But yeah, FLD. I wouldn't be surprised if this one takes off. I don't know anything about it, but see 500,000 float. I know you longs like to pump these. I don't blame you. Because they rip. Shouldn't say pump. Momentum trade these. I don't even see any news for FLD though. Yeah, dude. Fold shares are trading higher after the company announced Stripe and Visa will power its upcoming Fold Bitcoin credit card. So I think this news is kind of weak too. But I want to see more of a stronger move up. So we know what the crypto news has been doing. We saw it with CWD today. We saw it with AGRI yesterday. It makes initial strong moves, but it usually gives it back pretty quick. Ah, this made it up to the 200. Y'all know that's like my favorite entry too. Dang, I wasn't ready. But if it gets back up there, I'll trade it. Oh, look, that's where it got up, the second candle. Jeez. That's the entry, guys. Probably missed it. Well, I mean, I already missed this dollar flush for sure. In the meantime, all reliable SLE still falling. I might play it at this level, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This low float, I don't like them. I don't like them, especially with crypto. So entering like
CSPC.
CSPC. So I'm in it. Got an entry at 609. Maybe I catch this flush. Let's see. I already have. I'm gonna just hold it though. What was the other one? CSPC. CSPC. warrants already gave it back. I'm gonna keep my eye on FLD. So I'm already up 120 bucks on that entry, and I only entered literally 200 shares. Played it very tiny. That's kind of been the trend to this morning, because I haven't really seen just A plus setups. I love the 200 rejection, but it's not an A setup because the float is less than 1 million. That's a very legit concern. So I don't want to enter too heavy on a 480,000 float, regardless if that's the 200 or not. That's those floats are dangerous. If you're short, especially how I'm like, wouldn't say casual, but like, you know, I get distracted, I'm looking at other things, and then I could come back and it's at 10 bucks. So can't go heavy on these. Or I choose not to. Coming back, maybe I should have took that profit. But no regrets. I think it's going to flush here in a second. Yeah, it's, you got the news, Zach. It's I'm showing 9.8 million for the float. I'm seeing let's see. Oh yeah, I was looking at the wrong, no. Oh, I was looking at the volume initially. Then I like it if it's, I just switched up my dang my trade ideas columns, and y'all are right. You're right. Thanks for the heads up. I was, where did my volume bar go actually, or my float? It's missing. Okay, if this is a, yeah, I'm going to enter some more then. Thanks for the heads up on that one.
SNGX.
So I snuck in some more order, a little bit heavier here.
GLTO.
So I got basically just double my position up here in the sixes. So it's still not a big position, because I just don't know if the move's done yet. But so let me see what I'm seeing for the float. I'm seeing 2.65 here. And then, yeah, I gotta fix my trade ideas. That column went away. I'm not really sure why. Over here looking at the dang volume, thinking it was a float like a clown. Then I see 10 million on PIMViz. Okay, so regardless, it's not 500,000.
JXG.
Good. Now JXG's pumping. I'm not even pulling it up. I just want attention to get stolen from FLD. Well, I guess I'll pull it up. What was it? Oh, GLTO is flushing. Man, we killed that entry. I just got out too quick. JXG. Why does it say this one's moving? It's not. Weird. Trying to decide if I want to get out here or see if it really does flush all the way back. The news is actually not terrible. if they can get this across the line. Because it's hard to get traditional banking like Visa and Stripe to actually dabble in this stuff. I mean, it's getting more mainstream, but I'm gonna hold and see. I got pretty good entries. Good entries are forgiving. So if it breaks above two, probably if it breaks above 639, I'll probably cut. Good to know, Joshua. It's holding VWAP though. I want to see it break VWAP, close below it on a red candle. Maybe I spoke it into existence here. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Trimmed a little here. Oh, SLE. Trying to take away some of my gains. I won't re-enter this thing, especially when it gets just a little. Well, you know what? I might add right here. I really don't see this one reversing. I don't like that it does have a tiny float too, though. But most of I think this bounce is it's a blessing. Now, I think right now it looks, how do I say it? Like it could reverse, but this is just a dead cat bounce type of pop. I think we're gonna keep seeing it going down. We're gonna see little pops, little pops, little pops. So I'm gonna add, or I did add, not much, just another 100 shares. Base hit, just little base hits today, but I'm up $1,100, 1196, almost 1,200. Pretty low stress, so I'll take it, especially after yesterday. You know, I keep bringing it up, but I try to avoid getting myself in those situations. And then yesterday, I mean, you can't predict being in a stock knowing it's going to drop crypto news, but there were signs. Probably a good idea to close no news pumps before 7 if you enter them before 7. Because this happened to me twice with crypto treasury news. Turned out to be a pretty good ad there at 940. Looks like it might fail the, what is that? That's the 20, yeah. FLD's dumping. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and close my last bit of my position here. At $5. It probably will keep going down to like 450, but yeah, today would have been a good day to go heavier. They're just dying. So we missed the GLTO. Yeah, but I'm not. I don't try to beat myself up too much for missing it. You never know which ones are going to flush and which one bounces. So I made a little bit on it because that'll eat you up too much if you dwell on it, knowing that you could have held. Because with short selling, um, it's almost advantageous always to hold. But I like securing profit. But yeah, I mean, I would have loved to catch that whole move, no doubt. But all good. I caught some of it. Alexander, you still on? My Romanian friend. Joshua, Alexander keeps asking you if you're in the Discord group. Did you answer? Oh, let's go. Good, Joshua. I thought you were. Alexander, how you doing today, bro? Make some money? SLE back to. Oh, you haven't done any trading today so far. SLE is back to about where I entered. If this breaks above like 950, I'll probably just cut that last one that I added, but I'm not confident it's going to. And then just potentially re-add around 1050 if it wants to get up to VWAP. Or 10. It'll struggle with this 50 at 10. So you know what? I won't do that. I'll stay in it and probably just add here at 10. I think it'll struggle. And then if it does get up there, I'll definitely add 1050. SLE is getting major buy volume coming in at this level. Yeah, I hope they push it up. I hope they push it to 10 and then 1050. I'm going to add to those spots. I like this play. Get ready to add at 10. Dang, these locates have gotten pricey. Jeez. I'm gonna wait till it gets there because it's 27 bucks for 100 shares. So if it gets to 10, I might do it, but that's pretty pricey, so I'll probably pass. I don't think they were that expensive earlier. MCRP. Kind of missed it now. A little pop here. I'm not going to pull it up because I'm not going to play it. Well, SLE's dropping. Like I said, these pops, I like them. Blessing in disguise. I think this one's just gonna keep fading. I think I'll probably take some profit though when it gets to about 820. So all I did was add another 100 shares there at like 930. Take a little profit about 830. Make about $100 on that, on that ad alone. Just the game plan. BRBI if you're feeling frisky. BRBI. What is this? There ain't no volume. Pull it up. Yeah, I'm not feeling frisky. Ooh, I do kind of like this one. What is going on with this one? It was at $13. Now it's at. I'm not going to dare enter it, but that's funny. The TradingView is not showing the price action on it the same as TradeZero is. But now I'm not feeling that frisky. Honestly, I love these exaggerated moves though, like those massive crazy moves like that, but that one could be a little dangerous. JBDI is getting a little bounce. Yeah, 400% pop on 5,000 shares is crazy. Yeah, I don't really see anything I like, guys, besides just holding on to my SLE position. Honestly, might hold it all day. Could reverse. What I'll probably end up doing is holding this, seeing if it wants to give it back. Well, but I don't like the float size, so I'll think about it. I don't know what my game plan is. I'm pretty deep in the money now, but I think it's going to keep giving back, though. But do I want to deal with the chaos before it does? Because there's nothing that's like super obvious to me right now that's getting the money flow. Like most things that were moving, like GLTO, SSKN, all these have kind of given it back. FLD. IPDN, yeah, they've all just given it back. Yeah, no, Joshua, I don't, he's 100% right. Those are the ones that TradeZero will liquidate your account for. If it goes like $100 against you. Any 830 PRs? Let's see. Polo. I'll pull it up. I'm not a fan of it breaking a new high here though. Looking like it won't, it's not going to hold though. Well, yeah, it is. Oh yeah, no, I'm not interested in this one. Unless it just like shoots up to like $8 like crazy quick. What's the day we look like on this one? I mean, there's definitely some congestion in this area. Some previous pops. Looks like they tried to be a little bit of support here that ended up breaking. But not really. Yeah, I'll probably pass on this one. I would like it more if it wasn't breaking a high, like if it was just testing this level, but since it's breaking a new high, I'll probably pass on it.
IBG.
Oh, this one's up over 100%. What's going on with this one? Let's see. I'm in it. I got in it before I knew anything, but what is going on with this one? IBG. Letter of intent. Potential merger. Yeah, I'll play this dollar level.
IBG.
See what it does here. I got an entry at 101, so if it goes against me, I'll get out, but this move was excessive. I don't know the details of this merger, but this move feels excessive. There we go. There we go. Ooh, still going. Non-binding letter. I love non-binding. It means it's BS. Added at 109. Oh, nice. Well, let's see. It's a little bit chaotic right now. It's getting a lot of volume, but I still like it for now. I'm a little down in it, but what's the float on this one? Should be decent if it's trading at this price range. 4.6.
IBG.
So I'm just being patient with it now. See what it's going to go. I'm in it, but I haven't really scaled. I'm only in a couple thousand shares. See where it wants to go before I start adding more to it. I think it stole attention from SLE though. Back down here, I might actually take a little trim, a little right here, and then just hold the rest. Yeah, let me look at the details of this merger. Quote unquote non-binding. Has entered into a non-binding letter of intent for a reverse triangular merger with Block Fuel Energy. And they're doing a reverse split September 26th. Okay. Yeah, this one's not giving back its gains. It's a very strong move up. So I'm down a decent amount on it, about 400 bucks. But before I add, I want to see what it does at some of these levels, because it's non-binding. A little fluffy. Yeah, fundamentally they don't look terrible, but they're out of cash. They're negative cash position, negative 4 months of cash. Offering availability is low, cash need is high. So they need to raise some capital somehow. So saying you're gonna merge potentially merge, and there's a post-merger valuation of $220 million to 343 million. So I'm adding at these levels. And they snuck in a reverse. Wait, is that two different news? No, they dropped 2 PRs today. 9/23/2025. Also, they released 2 PRs, a reverse split and letter of intent, a potential merger. Because there's going to be significant dilution for existing IBG shareholders retaining only 10% ownership. It's only non-binding. Complete shift in business focus. There we go. I got a $1.38 ad. I'm hoping it pays off here. I just think this move's excessive. So I'll be patient. Boom.
IBG.
Got another fill at 139. Probably my last position. I just don't want to get too heavy in it. If this turns out to be the runner of the day, which it might be. I might add a little more at 148. But that is going to be my last ad. If it gets over 150, I'm going to trim it way down. I don't know if I'm going to completely close it, but I think this level's going to give it trouble. I've been looking at the comments, what y'all saying. it got in a tad bit early on this one, but it wasn't too heavy. So my average is not that great on it, but I'm not concerned until it like breaks 150 and hold. Then I'll just trim out. They have no cash, so they're gonna. They probably got something up their sleeve. This is non-binding, and a lot of y'all probably know this, but if you look up statistically how many PRs that say non-binding come to pass, you would be very underwhelmed. A lot of times, I'm not like, I know it sounds sketchy, but this is the stock market. They'll have these non-binding letters with companies that they never have any intent of doing business with. It's just a good PR because it's non-binding. You don't have to do it. But it looks good in a PR. I'm gonna trim some here.
Silo.
Actually. Oh, good. We're getting something else. Oh my gosh. It's dropping. Let's go. Let's go.
Silo.
I'm in the money now. Let's freaking go. I know it's probably Silo's running, but I don't want to play it. I needed it to steal attention, and it did that. Well, I guess I'll pull it up now. SILO, but I'm going to be a cheerleader for it. I want it to run, steal attention away from IBG. Really would like to see this 5-minute candle close below VWAP. Once the crypto news saves you, yes. Is Silo crypto news? That's great. What's Silo doing now? This one's looking pretty strong though. The buyers really stepped in. Got this thing back above VWAP. So I cleared out of most of my position. I got out most of it at break even just because I was just like more survival mode, not make profit mode. So still in 1,000 shares. See if it flushes. Again, it's non-binding. I think it's BS. Oh, let's go. Now I'm actually decently in the money with this one. So I'm gonna hold on to these 1,000 shares, see what happens. But I probably will wrap up here soon, to be honest. I actually lived a little bit longer than I wanted to. I got some work to W2 crap to do before the day starts. But anyways, guys, so I'm still in SLE. It's just creeping down. And I'm avoiding Silo. There's probably plays here, but avoiding it. Still in SLE. I'm just letting these fade. I might even just hold on to these. IBG, I'm still in this one, but only 1,000 shares at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if this one recovers and well, I might have just spoke it into existence because I wouldn't be surprised if it tests these levels again. And besides that, though, that's the only things I'm in. So on that note, I'm probably going to wrap up. Let me see the comments. Anything out? Let's see. Nope, that's it. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow around the same time. Appreciate the likes and subscribes. Free trial in the Discord. If you're not interested in that, I'll be here tomorrow. See y'all.